Dr. Kemi was a popular lecturer at African City University. He was smart and funny, and everyone liked him. But Dr. Kemi had a secret. He liked to molest his female students. One day, a student named Beauty refused his advances. Dr. Kemi got angry and made her life difficult. Said, "Beauty, your performance in my class this semester has been disappointing." Beauty, surprised, said, "Sir, I've attended all the lectures, submitted all the assignments on time, and I even participated actively in class discussions." Dr. Kemi said to Beauty, "You have a lot of potential. But you're not reaching your full potential." "I don't understand, sir," asked Beauty. Dr. Kemi, smiling suggestively, "I believe I can help you unlock that potential. I'm a very experienced lecturer, you know. I can provide you with extra guidance, personalized feedback." "I appreciate your offer, sir, but I think I'm doing fine," replied Beauty. Dr. Kemi, his smile fading, said, "Fine, you're failing my course. A failing grade could seriously impact your academic progress. This isn't fair." "I've worked hard all semester," shouted Beauty. "Life isn't always fair, Beauty. Sometimes, you have to make certain sacrifices," said Dr. Kemi. "What are you talking about?" asked Beauty. "You know what I'm talking about. I've been observing you, Beauty. You're a beautiful young woman. A very intelligent young woman. I think we could have a very fruitful relationship," said Dr. Kemi. "Please, sir, I'm not interested. I just want to pass your course." "Then you'll have to cooperate." Beauty struggles to break free, but Dr. Kemi is too strong. He pulls her closer, his eyes filled with lust. Beauty attempted to shout. He let go of her. Dr. Kemi had a problem with women. He couldn't keep his hands off them. He would make unwanted advances, and if they didn't give in, he would make their lives miserable. He would fail them in his class, or he would spread rumors about them. He refused to stop. Dr. Kemi started making advances towards her, but Beauty was not having it. She told him to stop, and she walked out of his office another day. Dr. Kemi was furious. He decided to teach Beauty a lesson. He failed her in his class, and he spread rumors about her around campus. Beauty was devastated. She didn't know what to do. Some of her friends advised her to accept Dr. Kemi's advances towards her, for peace sake. Beauty, remembering how two men she got married to died 2 days after they saw her nakedness, thought to herself, "I don't want to be the reason another man will die again." Agreed to meet Dr. Kemi at the hotel, he had told her. Her reasons going to the hotel was to explain to Dr. Kemi what usually happened to men that saw her nakedness. Dr. Kemi said to himself, "I have finally caught her." Hurried up every engagement and lectures, just to meet Beauty at the hotel. He never knew that his lust towards female students will soon make his wife a widow and his children fatherless. 12 noon. Dr. Kemi had arrived at his slaughterhouse, waiting for Beauty. Beauty arrived at the hotel, prepared to share her sad story. Maybe Dr. Kemi can see reasons to let her pass his course and proceed to her final year. Beauty knocked at the door, trembling. Dr. Kemi, anticipating Beauty's coming, responded, "Come in." Beauty opened the door, expecting some atmosphere to share her story. "Hello, beautiful, now that you've decided to change your attitude and accept my offer like other female students, I assure you of passing my course and other courses. Just play along." Beauty said, "Please sir, there is something very important that you should know." Dr. Kemi, grabbing her arm, forced her on the bed, said, "Cooperate first, then we can talk after." Beauty shouted, "Please, sir, listen to me, I beg you in the name of God. You need to hear this." Beauty struggles to break free, but Dr. Kemi was too strong. He pulls her closer, his eyes filled with lust. Beauty attempted to shout, but couldn't. Dr. Kemi had covered her mouth with his hand. After raping her, Dr. Kemi felt satisfied, seated on the bed. But Beauty was crying, not because Dr. Kemi forced himself into her, but being the reason another man is going to die. Seeing Beauty crying seriously, sat close to her, asked, "My dear, what is the matter? Stop crying, I will keep to my own end of the agreement, don't worry." Beauty, still crying, said, "Sir, before I got admission, I had married Uche. He died 2 days after we had intimacy as husband and wife. After Uche's death, I refused to marry for a year, but I was forced into another marriage by my family and friends. Francis married me officially, but I was scared to let him come inside me. But I couldn't stop him. Eventually he got his way inside me. The same fate came upon Francis too, he died after 2 days. My parents had to find out what was the problem. They were told by a strong native doctor in my village that I was married to the prince of my village when I was just 3 months old. Unfortunately, the prince died at the age of 10. Nobody else was allowed to have intimacy with me until I'm 29 years old. Unfortunately, my parents were not told the implications. Dr. Kemi, hearing all this, was seriously worried and confused, asked, "So how old are you now?" Beauty said, "I'm 25, still crying." Dr. Kemi shouted, "You should have stopped me, why have you allowed this on me? My God, I'm finished." He sat for a while, asked, "Is there anything I can do to remedy this, please?" Beauty said, "You have to inform your wife now, she will be the one that will take you to our village native doctor now." Dr. Kemi's wife was informed, and she came to the hotel room. "Grace," voice trembling, you did what? You harassed your students." "Kemi, how could you?" Dr. Kemi, hanging his head, "I know, Grace. I'm so sorry. I don't have any excuse." Grace, standing up, her voice rising, "Excuses? You think there's an excuse for this? You, a respected lecturer, taking advantage of young women. You disgust me." Dr. Kemi, pleading, "Please, Grace, try to understand. I was weak. I made a terrible mistake." Weak? You were a predator. You used your position of power to prey on innocent girls. You should be ashamed of yourself." Dr. Kemi said, I know. I'm ashamed. But I've changed, Grace. I've apologized to Beauty, and I've sought help from a native doctor." Grace shouted, "Help? From a native doctor? Kemi, what kind of nonsense is this? You need professional help, not some witch doctor's potions." Dr. Kemi, reaching out to her, "Please, Grace. Don't give up on me. I'm trying to be a better man." Looking at him, her expression a mixture of anger and pity. "I don't know, Kemi. I don't know if I can ever forgive you," Grace said to her husband. "I understand. I don't deserve your forgiveness. But I will work hard to earn it back. I promise. But please, save me first, take me to the native doctor." The native doctor said, "You have been doing bad things to women. Your karma is coming back to you." Dr. Kemi was speechless. He had never admitted his wrongdoings to anyone, let alone a stranger. The native doctor started listing items for the rituals. Within 24 hours, these items must be ready here. Number 1, white crocodile head, 2 red snakes, a pant of a virgin from this village. A live fish caught within 30 minutes and a stone from your village. Dr. Kemi, hearing all the items, screamed, "I'm finished, where will I get all these items?" Dr. Kemi's wife said, "Please Baba, can we give you money to help us with these items? He has to get those items by himself, and he must be fast," said the native doctor. Dr. Kemi started to feel sick a day after he raped Beauty. He died after 2 days.